She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
Hello friends. So I am I'm going to be straightening my hair while I tell you guys everything about my BET. Is it fine? Further back. Okay. So essentially yeah, I'm gonna be telling you guys about my BET experience and how I'm feeling about everything, you know, and what exactly has been happening basically in my life and yeah. So basically how this whole thing started was that I had a conversation with my cousin and I was like, you know, I'd really like to try out for this, you know, because I had completely left this whole thing, you know. I was like, okay, it just looks like I'm just going to be, sorry if I look that way, it's because my mirror is over here. And I was just like, okay, you know, I've let go of this whole TV thing, you know. I was very discouraged. I was just like, no. And prior to the day of the audition, like I remember Khoto, who you guys might know from what's it, Traditional Wedding, on Moja Love, he was like, no sis, like you need to go, you know, we're gonna do this, we're gonna try. And I was just like, well, I don't really like these competitions because I feel like they're kind of rigged, and I just want to put myself through that, you know, like I don't want to have to go through all of that, like the disappointment, you know, the sadness and whatnot. So it's like, dude, we're gonna go. I was like, I guess, you know. So cool. The night before I actually went on a date for Valentine's Day. My dating life is a conversation for another day. We won't dive into that today. We'll address it another day. So yeah, so the night before I had gone on a date, you know, which is pretty cool. Me and said datee are still, you know, it's curling, you know. Curling. I just really suck with like the beginning stage of curling because it's just like, because now it's just the bottom part that's curled and I don't understand why. Oh, probably because I was going in the wrong direction. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, and you know, I was just really discouraged. I wanted no part of it, you know. I was just like, no, I'm good, thanks. You guys can go though, you know. Have fun, let me know how it goes. And then yeah, they convinced me. They're like, dude, we're going, we're gonna try this, we're gonna do it one more time at least, you know, let's just do it one more time. And this was really my last time, you know. I told myself that I'm not going to put myself through this because it just seems like you keep getting so close, like every time you just keep getting so close, but you're just so far also, you know. And I was just like, I was tired of feeling like that. So I was like, hey man, clearly this is not for me. You know, and I'm not one to force things. I don't like forcing things. So I was just like, okay, yeah, well, it is what it is, you know. And this hair is just busy, and I've washed it. I don't know what to do for it anymore. I don't know what to do for it anymore. And like, it's like two tones, because like it's still brown here and it's black here. I don't like brown hair. I just feel like it just looks so dry and dirty. I don't like it. It's just a personal preference. So yeah, you know, so I was just like, nah, these niggas, they always know who they want for these things, you know. Having auditions and stuff is just a formality, and I'm tired of it, You know, like I'm tired of having to go through it and then be disappointed, and then it's just like it doesn't amount to anything, you know. So I was just like, I'm done. Then they're like, no, we're gonna go, whatever, cool. We went and we got there. Khoto got there around about, I think 6, 7 or something. We got there around about 8, and the audition started at 9. So we were there quite early. There was quite a number of people there by the time we had arrived, but it wasn't like a lot of people where you would feel like, oh my gosh, you know, like this is such a long line. Like it really, in terms of the line, it really wasn't. It wasn't all bad, you know. Cool. You know, so now we're like obviously socializing with people in the line. You know, everyone is talking. You know, like it's just cool vibes. You know, it's just really cool vibes. Cool. You make it through to the first round, and then when you get there, you're kind of like auditioning in front of everyone, so everybody can kind of like see you, and there's a judge in front of you, and like, you're all just like doing this in front of each other essentially, which is also nerve-wracking because it's like, you know, like, yo, what if I'm like fluffing, or what if like the person next to me like distracts me because they're busy fluffing their lines, and then like I'm just there standing, you know. So it's just like, it was just, yeah, but it worked for making sure that things go by quickly, and you know, the people that needed to go to the second round went to the second round, you know. And it wasn't one of those things where people are wasting their time still waiting, and waiting, you know, they know that they're not gonna really make it. So cool, whatever, life carries on. And then after that, yeah, I auditioned for the judges. It was Nomalanga, it was Tsehokoke and Nomalanga Shozi, sorry, Tsehokoke and the lady that's the main actress on Black Tax. I don't know if it's Raylene or something. But yeah, that's her name. Sorry if I got it wrong. And yeah, basically I auditioned in front of them, and then they were like, well, you kind of just not what we were looking for, you know, for the channel and stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's it. What can I say, you know? So I left it at that, you know. Like me walking out of that place, I was like, oh, okay, cool, you know, whatever. And because I just felt like, I think it's because like I already had that mentality of, they probably already know who they want, you know, like, so it is what it is at this point, you know. So I was like, when they told me that I didn't really fit what the channel was going for, I was like, okay, cool, you know. And then I left, you know. Ended up going for drinks with the guys, and we went to Great Dane, and we just had like a really good night, you know. It was just because out of the whole group, I was the only one that actually made it to the second round. So, and like I was okay, I was genuinely just okay. I was just like, whatever. So then we just carried on, we had a night out, whatever, you know, some drinks and whatnot. And that was that, you know. And then, like a few weeks, I don't even remember what the date was when they called me. They called me and I was at work. But I think we had like, like 2 recesses that day, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what was happening, but it was just like a busy day. And I got a phone call, and then it was one of the guys from BET, and he was like, hey. I was like, hey. And he was like, yo, well, just calling to inform you that you made it to the top 4. I was like, wait, top 4? How? Like, how's that possible? Because you guys told me that I didn't fit, you know, like, I had let it go. So, is this a prank? I remember asking him, I was like, is this a prank? Is like somebody pranking me or something? And he was like, no, it's not a prank. I'm like, sir. You know, so that was pretty cool. And then yeah, and then he was like, yeah, we're gonna release the video on Instagram in about an hour, you know, tell your peoples, tell their peoples to watch and whatnot. I was like, I'm on it. So it came like as a shock to me, because it's like I only had an hour to prepare, you know, and I was like, oh my gosh, this just came so suddenly, you know. And yeah, and then they called me, and then they were like, I had to shoot an episode with Malanga, like we were co-hosting together, and then my episode played, which I will put a little bit of a snippet right here.
Everybody's eating. What's the problem? But also read your contracts, man. It's like 25 pages. I'm not reading 25 pages worth of a contract. Now we have a problem. There you have it.
Yeah, and then, yeah, we shot the episode, and then that was that, you know. And then it was, okay, you need to campaign for yourself now, you need to be out there, you know, put in the word, ask people to vote for you, and then we take it from there. Yeah, well, so cool. So now I'm campaigning for votes, you know. I know a lot of you have been watching me on my YouTube for a while now, and one thing that I realized with seeing each and every person's episode was that it makes sense why, you know, like, we're all competitors, you know. But the one thing that makes it so difficult is that we're all just so different, you know. Karen and I don't have the same style of presenting, you know. Jean and Jonathan don't have the same style of presenting, you know. And I think we all just, we can all appeal to the same audience, but like initially we all appeal to a different kind of audience, you know. And which is okay as well, because we are all quite different. I don't know if that was happening here at the top. Why is it so like frizzy and sad? Like, we could all essentially, like, at the end of it, appeal to the same audience, but right now we don't appeal to the same audience, you know. And based off of that, you know, they're still good people, they're really good at it, and I genuinely feel like the underdog, you know. Karen works for Soweto TV. Jean has made it, I think, to the top 2 for the VJ search that when Dandose won. I know I was part of the top 10 for that one. And, you know, Jean, I'm not sure if he did the VJ or not, but he's also been like quite prominent, like within the social media spaces and whatnot, you know. So I really am feeling like an underdog, because it's like, well, not to downplay it or anything, you know, I think my job is amazing, but, you know, what I do in terms of when it comes to like being in front of the camera is mostly just like it's a side hustle, you know. It's not something that I've like mainly focused, like it's not my end all be all, you know, which I think has also been like a downfall for myself in terms of getting myself out there. Oh shoot, sorry. In terms of getting myself out there, because I think I've just been comfortable with, oh no, but if it doesn't work out, it's cool, you know. I still got a job, you know, which I think is not giving myself a fair chance, and me really not giving it my all, you know. So with this one, I really wanted to do my best, you know, to make myself proud, because I think that making it to the top 4, you know, for BET, this is Black Entertainment Television, this is an international channel, you know, like that's huge, you know. And to make it into the top 4 for their presenter search, that's insane. That is insane. So I'm really grateful, you know. And I think, and I feel as though whoever wins, it was really just their time to win. It was really just their time to win, and it was meant to be for them. So will I be disappointed if I don't get it? Of course, you know, because now like I'm fully invested in it, you know. Will I be okay? I will, because I feel like whoever gets it, they deserve it, you know. I'm not here trying to feel like, or I deserve it more, or this other person deserves it more. You know, whoever gets it, and it is just meant to be for them. You know, and like, that's just how the cookie crumbles. You know, and that's just life. Sometimes you get disappointed. You don't always get what you want. You know, I gave you what you wanted. You know, and you just gotta make the most of it. So that's what matters. But in terms of yeah, so please vote for me, guys. I'll put everything down in the description box on how to vote for me. And yeah, you have until Friday the 13th of March 2018 to vote for me. This video will be on my channel longer than that, so if you do watch it even after that, please don't go and vote after the 13th. It's too late.